There's a coordinated global policy push for digital IDs as the new form of government-issued identification credentials. And they're essentially all based on your biometric data, which can be your fingerprints, your face, the iris of your eyeball. And the idea is essentially to collect all of that data and have it housed or have it tied directly to your digital ID. So your physical ID will be mapped to the digital ID. Digital IDs are not really a separate project from CBDCs and this new digital financial system. And UN documentation and also documentation from the Bank of International Settlements, they very overtly state that CBDCs and digital IDs are meant to go together. And without digital IDs, the CBDC digital finance system cannot exist. One of the reasons it can't exist without that is because of the KYC functionality built into this digital financial system. They have the know your customer protocols. They have to know who you are. And so they want to have your wallet tied to a digital ID and have that digital ID be mapped to your physical ID through the biometric data collection. So there's different efforts to make digital IDs either as NFTs,
Shalom, giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah Kwadash, double honors to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone. And salutations to you elect out there, 144,000 and the 1/3. Also the believers scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. All right, and sometimes we have to go into things over and over and over, because our job is to present the information to our people, all right, to warn them, all right. In order for you to warn somebody, you have to have information and knowledge on the certain things to warn them about. And people, they might have this taste in their mouth because we go into basically the fourth industrial revolution a lot here at Great Millstone, and which will be the merging of man with machine. And we're starting to see the beginning stages of it with this AI and AI taking people's jobs. All right, we see the squeeze. We see unemployment rates are the highest it's been since 2021. Go and look that up. All right, so this is the squeeze, all right, in which the people will be begging for help from the government, a solution. All right, and this is why Klaus Schwab said, you will own nothing and you will be happy. You will own nothing because all your resources will be sucked away from you, sucked away dry. And people thought that we were crazy for saying that. But look at the state of the United States as we speak. People are literally on social media crying, saying that they're sleeping in their cars. They can't afford groceries. They can't afford rent. They can't afford this. All right. And people, they call us, they say that Alex Jones is our prophet. They say we're conspiracy. Even our own people that are calling themselves Hebrew Israelites. People think that this is not a joke, man. All right. This shit is going to get worse. And when these things come to pass, then shall you know that a prophet have been among you. All right. So the merging with the digital ID and the merging of the physical ID, in which biometric, what it says, your fingerprints, the structure of your face, and your iris in your eyes, in which they already have this information. All right. Anybody with an Apple iPhone, you had to use your thumbprint to open the phone, and right now they got Face ID unlocked. So these people already got our information. Okay, and then they're gonna take this a step further and put this information in. They want to put it under your skin. All right. It says a digital ID will hand them the keys to your life. It says a cashless society will lock the door behind you. Your body is the new currency, and they are forcing you to hand over the keys. Now, the Revelation 13 and 16 will not be something forced upon you. Okay, it's going to be a thing where you're going to submit to it. It's going to be something that you're going to beg, you're going to ask for. Something that you're tempted to do, something that you're enticed to do, because it's meant to try you. It says it's not about convenience, it's about control. And these people are going to frame this like it's convenient. All right? They're going to frame it like it's convenient. Matter of fact, okay, this is Revelation 13 and 14. It says, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast. All right, they're going to present miracles unto you, saying that this technology can transform your life. The technology that we have here, cutting edge. If you've been blind all your life, you take this, you won't be blind anymore. All right, they're gonna frame it as convenience to, well, you don't have to worry about losing your wallet anymore. You don't have to worry about your ID. It'll all be in one place. You know, you got 20 different credit cards. All the information to just be in one chip. And this is going to be the new wave. All right. And it's going to be in chaos. Absolutely. But the way that these people are going to frame it, all right, people are going to get it because they're going to get it out of, some are going to get it out of desperation. Some are going to get it because they were deceived. They were tricked. All right. And we're here to warn you and tell you that this is the mark. All right. This implantation that you're not going to be able to buy and sell with. All right. And it's going to be implemented, and whoever isn't going to take it, they're not going to be able to function in society. All right. Which we believe that that's going to happen in our lifetime. Matter of fact, let me play a little bit more of this.
Fungible tokens. There's also the efforts of Sam Altman of OpenAI and his WorldCoin project, whereby you scan your iris, you give them the biometric credentials of your eyeball. They give you a unique identifier, a digital ID, and it's inherently tied to a digital wallet. That is the same model the UN is using. They've already implemented it for refugees getting food assistance from the World Food Program. It's called Building Blocks. It's on blockchain. It involves refugees scanning their irises, and in order to buy food or receive their rations, they have to.
But you see that? You see that? You see that? They had to enroll in their system in order to receive their rations. It's already happening. See? Oh, you want to continue to function in society? You got to take this. And to be honest, you Israelites don't have shit anyway. We're all fucking poor. So what the hell are you holding on to? You know, and that's one thing I never understood is, you know, I get it, right? You want to fucking be able to survive because that's a natural function of a human. Your body is here to keep you alive. I get it. But you ain't got shit anyway. You know, I seen people take the fucking jab to keep their security fucking job. You work security, my man. Like, you already a poor. You know? And when I say you, we're all fucking poor. So here it is, a group of people, especially you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you're literally holding on to nothing. Because we're all fucking one paycheck away from being in trouble. So if anybody had anything to hold on to, it wouldn't be us. Because we don't have nothing anyway. So actually the decision to detach from a society shouldn't be a burden to you. If you really logically think about it. Because they're going to squeeze the people out. And by the time this thing rolled out, nobody's going to have shit. If Esau really wanted to deceive people, he would give them everything. And they'll take it then because they'll have so much shit to lose. But that's just my thought process behind it. You know?
Checkout of a grocery store style place in the refugee camp, and they...
Matter of fact, let me go back to this. Revelation 13, and continuing on reading, it says, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by his sword and did live. All right, and this is a part of the image of the beast. All right, the system. This system that they're setting up is a part of the image of the beast. This is the left-hand side. All right, this is Satan's children. All right, only a Satanist will want to merge man with machine. Someone who doesn't believe in God. Clearly. Obviously. Even if you don't know you're an Israelite, you should know that only a godless person would meditate on something like this. And a person in their right mind will say, this is you going too far. And that's what he's done. Esau's going too far. All right, this is matter of fact, let me get Ezekiel 28:2, in which the prince of Tyrus represents the Edomites in these times. Ezekiel 28:2, this is the mindset of Esau here. Son of man, saying to the prince of Tyrus, thus said the Lord God, because thy heart is lifted up. Only a person whose heart is lifted up with pride will want total control over people. Would want to know where they're always at. What they're always doing. Because he wants to be the Most High. Only a sick, demented, prideful devil will want to know that. Why would you want to know what everybody's doing at all times? You fucking weirdo, man. That's why it's cameras everywhere. Literally cameras everywhere, man, watching you. They didn't put cameras in the TVs. There was no damn cameras in the TVs when I was growing up, man. Cameras in your car. What is this guy so infatuated with people for, man? But this is a prideful. He thinks he wants to be the Most High. He think he can watch all people. All right, and you cronies that are involved in this man's system that are part of his agenda, you're going down too. You're going into slavery if you're Edomites. And if you're a Israelite, if you're a so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American, propping up this wicked ass system, as far as on board with the Revelation 13 and 16, your ass better get out and repent. Or you're going to go down with the whore. Because Jake working all type of sectors in this country. All right, Esau ain't the end all be all when it comes to this system. There's Jake behind the scenes working on the system. And of course it's for biblical prophecy. You know, because biblical prophecy has to come to pass. All right, there's whistleblowers, all type of Jake working in the ins and outs of this society, and they know that this shit is wrong. It says, because thy heart is lifted up and thou hast said, I am God. And Esau doesn't have to physically say he's God. Look at his actions. Look at the actions of this man. Look at what he wants to do to society. Look what he has done. I sit in the seat of God in the midst of the seas, yet thou art a man. And he's going to find out he's a man real quick when Yahushua gets back. He's going to find out real quick because Yahushua is going to take his power away from him. And not the Most High. Though thou set thine heart as the heart of the Most High. Because, see, the Most High hasn't really judged Esau. He hasn't touched him yet. So since sentence against the evil work is not executed speedily, he must say, God is with me. When you go to Psalms 50, all right, that's the mindset of an Edomite, of the Edomite rulers. Okay. Psalms 50 and 21, it says, these things hast thou done, and I kept silence. See, Esau hasn't got paid back yet. So in his mind, he thinks he's God. He thinks that, God has left me in charge. I must be God now. It says, thou thoughtest that I was altogether such as one as thyself. But I will reprove thee and set them in order before thy eyes. So Esau will be reproved. And the ultimate reproving is when Yahushua gets back. When Yahushua gets back, Esau will be humbled. Ain't gonna be no more this is madness. All right, he's changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. He think he could do what the hell he want to do. And you Israelites, that are talking about God ain't gonna do nothing to you if you take a microchip. All right, you were warned. You take it and see what the fuck happened to you. You take it and see what happened to you. You're gonna be burned alive in the lake of fire. You were warned already. And here, when your leaders are gonna have to explain this information to you. All right, and I believe that they're gonna sell you guys out. You gotta eat. You're gonna have to eat. How you gotta eat? God wouldn't want you to starve. All right. But I made my point, Lord willing, was edifying. Shalom.